see your accountability score, but what does that mean in cold, hard cash? Here's what it means for our clients. A high volume sushi bar with over $110,000 in weekly sales. They're losing just $143 at cost. A bowling alley with more modest sales, just $49 lost. An upscale seafood spot, only $25.
In this third episode of BarEye's Fabulous 4 Bar series, we're looking about how the accountability score that a bar receives correlates to the dollar value of their loss at wholesale, which tells us the amount of money they're missing that was poured but not sold at wholesale cost. So starting here with our high-end sushi bar, despite having really high weekly sales of over $110,000, they are missing just $143 at wholesale. One way, of course, of looking at that is with a liquor cost below 20%, the retail loss of this is over 5 times that amount, which would be over $700. Moving on to our Midwest bowling alley, we see they have more modest sales of $10,000 in the week, but they're missing just $49 at cost. Obviously, this bar with a higher liquor cost needs to be especially careful about guarding against losses because their profit margins in general are lower, given that they're in a more cost-sensitive market. Moving on here to our pizza restaurant, they're running a liquor cost in the range of a typical neighborhood bar, and again, on about $9,000 in sales, missing just $58. One thing you can notice here with the timeline graph is, in general, when the black line goes up and the score goes up, you should notice that the losses go down. So this is a little bit of an anomaly in the first transition here, but then the next transition, our accountability score goes down by about 4 percentage points, causing losses to increase. And then we see a nice bounce back the following week where accountability score went from 92 essentially to 98 and losses were about halved. Finally, looking at our high-end seafood restaurant, doing really solid sales over a 2-week cycle of almost $47,000, and they're missing just about $25 despite the really high sales level. Once again, just shows us that it's hard to predict what you're losing, what your lick cost is, but when you can see the relationship between your accountability score, your losses, and your liquor cost, it puts you in a position to make data-driven decisions that increase profit and hold your staff members to account. Thanks for watching.